Have you felt it? That strange pull inside you, like something's shifting but you're not sure what it is? Well, it's real, and it's happening right now. The energy of the May 12th full moon has left its mark, but May 13 isn't just another day. It's a critical turning point on your spiritual path. Something deep within you is calling out for change, even if you can't quite place it. You might have noticed a change in your inner world. Your thoughts, emotions, and feelings no longer align with your external reality. You're questioning everything: your relationships, your job, your purpose. Nothing feels the same anymore. But here's the truth: awakening isn't always pretty. It's not always this magical, blissful moment. In fact, it can be uncomfortable, unsettling, and emotional. Some might say it's like a breakdown before the breakthrough. But this raw, real phase is necessary. The phase where everything starts to come together, even if it doesn't seem like it right now. If you're feeling emotionally sensitive, disconnected from your old life, or seeing signs that make you question your path, this message is for you. You didn't stumble onto this video by accident. You're in the midst of a powerful spiritual awakening that's reaching its peak, and May 13th marks a key point in that journey. This is the moment of completion, the final stage where everything you've been experiencing is coming to a head. But it's not just about recognizing the shift. It's about how you handle it moving forward. The reality is, many people experience an awakening, but they never see it through. They get overwhelmed, scared, or confused, and they miss the opportunity to embrace the full transformation. This is where most people stop. But you are being called to go all the way. You're meant to push through and see this transformation, all the way to the finish line. And here's the exciting part. This moment, it's powerful. The potential for spiritual growth, emotional healing, and clarity is beyond anything you've experienced so far. But with that power comes the risk of falling back into old patterns. Without the right awareness, it's easy to slip back into your old ways and miss the huge opportunity for growth that's right in front of you. Comment, "I feel it," if you're tuning into this shift, because you are being called to something bigger, something that wants you to grow and evolve in ways you never imagined. In this video, we'll break down the 8 signs that show your awakening is reaching its completion. These signs will help you understand exactly where you are on your journey and what you need to do right now to ensure you don't lose the momentum you've worked so hard to build. This moment is crucial, and you don't want to miss it. If you're ready to take the next step, stay with me. Let's dive deep into these signs and make the most of this extraordinary moment. Your body, emotions, and energy are already showing you that a profound change is about to take place. These are not random feelings or experiences. They're clear signs that your spiritual awakening is reaching its completion. Pay close attention, because the universe is speaking to you through these personal signs. Have you noticed intense emotional fluctuations recently? Joy, grief, laughter, tears, sometimes all in one day or even within an hour. You might feel like you're on an emotional roller coaster with no clear cause. These surges can feel overwhelming, but they're actually a sign of healing. Your soul is releasing old emotions and baggage that no longer serve you. Let it happen. It's part of the purging process that prepares you for spiritual clarity and alignment. You may be finding yourself slowly detaching from people, situations, or even parts of your old identity that no longer feel in alignment with who you are becoming. This detachment can feel like a natural progression, a shift in your energy, where the things you once held onto start to feel irrelevant or even draining. Letting go is essential for spiritual growth. It's not about abandoning everything, but recognizing what's toxic and no longer serving your higher purpose. A common feeling during spiritual awakening is that sense of being in between, not quite your old self, but also not fully embracing the new version of yourself either. This is an uncomfortable phase, like standing between two worlds, unsure of where you truly belong. The liminal space can feel uncertain, but this is the time when you are shedding your past and transitioning into the next chapter of your spiritual journey. If you found yourself feeling like you need to rest more, reflect on your life, or disconnect from distractions, you're not alone. These urges are signs that your soul is preparing for something profound. Rest and reflection create the space necessary for integration. It's your inner wisdom guiding you to retreat from the noise of daily life so you can tune into your higher self. Take this time to reconnect with your inner peace and clarity. As you move through your awakening, your sensitivity to the energy around you may increase. You might find that certain sounds, lights, or even people's energy feels overwhelming or overstimulating. You could also feel highly attuned to the vibrations in the environment. This heightened sensitivity is your body's way of aligning with your spiritual growth. It's like your energetic frequency is rising and you're becoming more attuned to subtle energies. Have you been having vivid dreams lately? Or perhaps you're noticing recurring symbols or numbers like 1111, butterflies, spirals, or other meaningful patterns. These symbols are not random. They are messages from your subconscious or the universe, guiding you along your journey. Your soul is trying to communicate with you, helping you to navigate this transformative time with clarity. Pay attention to these symbols and trust the wisdom they bring. Perhaps you've felt a deep, inner knowing that something significant is coming to an end, like a chapter is closing in your life. You may not know exactly what it is, but there's a sense that your spiritual path is shifting. This feeling is a signal that you're wrapping up one phase of your awakening and preparing to move forward. Trust this feeling. Your soul is guiding you towards something even more expansive. You might notice that you're done with the constant chase for external validation, approval, or even achieving goals that once defined your life. Your priorities are shifting, and you're moving away from societal measures of success. You may even feel uninterested in things that used to bring you fulfillment, like career achievements or social status. This is a powerful sign that you're aligning with your true essence, shedding the false beliefs that were keeping you tied to a superficial version of success. These shifts are not signs of regression. They're signs that you're aligning with your true self. Your soul is preparing for the next phase of your awakening, but this phase requires deep inner work. There's still cosmic energy in motion, and it's preparing you to embrace the transformation that's just ahead. Recognize these signs as milestones on your spiritual path. They are guiding you toward a higher state of awareness and alignment. Stay present with these experiences and know that you're on the verge of something beautiful, the completion of an awakening that will forever change you. The powerful full moon of May 12th acted as a closing portal, illuminating hidden truths, bringing clarity and urging you to release what no longer serves your growth. This intense cosmic event marked a critical juncture in your spiritual journey. But as the moon's light fades, the energy of May 13th brings a significant shift, a transition from closure to integration. On this day, the spiritual downloads you've received are beginning to ground themselves in your physical reality. You're no longer in the midst of emotional turbulence. It's now time to understand and integrate the lessons that have come forward. The May 12th. Full moon may have stirred up unresolved emotions, brought realizations, or even made you face fears and past wounds. However, May 13th is about moving beyond those intense waves and stepping into the space of integration. This is where the real magic begins, where you put the pieces of your spiritual journey together to create lasting change. Let's explore the key astrological shifts influencing this transformative period. On May 13th, the moon begins its waning phase, a time of release, reflection, and integration. Unlike the waxing moon, which is associated with growth and expansion, the waning phase encourages us to slow down and process everything we've learned. This is not the time to make bold moves or chase new projects. Instead, it's a moment to digest the lessons from the full moon and reflect on your journey. In this phase, it's important to recognize the value of inner peace and to allow the lessons to settle into your subconscious. What has been revealed to you is now being integrated into your life's path. On May 13th, Venus and Mercury form favorable aspects that activate a harmonious balance between the heart and mind. Venus, the planet of love, beauty, and relationships, aligns with Mercury, the planet of communication, intellect, and thought. This aspect supports a deep emotional clarity and encourages open-hearted communication. You may find yourself reflecting on your relationships, both with others and yourself, in a new light. There's an energy of understanding, of seeing clearly and without judgment. Venus and Mercury are urging you to harmonize the internal and external, aligning your thoughts with your emotions. If there's been confusion or emotional imbalance in your life, these aspects bring an opportunity to heal through understanding. This alignment helps you express love and affection more authentically, and also brings a clearer sense of direction in your personal and spiritual life. It's a perfect moment to reconnect with your own truth and realign your intentions, ensuring that your mind and heart are both in harmony. Chiron, the wounded healer, is active during this period, helping to heal past wounds. The energy of Chiron offers an opportunity to release deep-seated emotional pain that you no longer need to carry forward. On May 13th, Chiron's influence allows you to see the wounds you've been carrying with a sense of compassion, not self-blame or shame. You're ready to let go of old emotional baggage, knowing that these wounds are not your identity. They are merely lessons from the past that have served their purpose. Chiron encourages you to embrace self-love and forgiveness, especially when it comes to your emotional history. The truth is, healing is not about erasing the pain, but rather integrating it into your wholeness. May 13 brings the opportunity to finally release these long-held emotional weights, stepping forward into a space of greater freedom and empowerment. Saturn, the planet of discipline, responsibility, and structure, continues to exert its quiet yet powerful influence during this time. Saturn is often seen as a strict taskmaster, but during this period, it's encouraging you to rebuild a solid foundation for your future. You may feel an urge to reorganize, restructure, or re-establish certain aspects of your life, particularly when it comes to your long-term goals and ambitions. It's not about rushing or forcing change, but about building something lasting and sustainable. Saturn's influence provides you with the strength and clarity needed to create a new framework for your life, one that is aligned with your true purpose. This is the time to stop avoiding the hard work and instead lay the groundwork for your next chapter. Whether that's a new career, new relationships, or new habits, Saturn's energy is urging you to put the pieces in place now so you can move forward with integrity and strength. The energy on May 13th is like the calm after a storm. Things have settled, but there's still work to be done. The question is, will you rebuild with newfound clarity, or will you get lost in the debris of past struggles? If you've been on a healing path, May 13th will feel like a breath of fresh air, but only if you recognize what is completing. The full moon gave you the emotional release, but today is the day when you begin to truly integrate everything you've learned. It's time to stop looking outward for validation and instead trust in your own inner vision. Many people miss the signs of a completed awakening because they continue to seek answers externally. They spend their energy looking for validation, for someone or something to confirm their progress. But the real shift happens when you trust yourself and live in alignment with what you already know to be true. Your soul is ready to lead you forward. The next part of this video will delve into 8 key signs that your awakening has reached its tipping point. Let's explore them and see what they mean for your spiritual journey. One of the clearest signs that your awakening is complete is the shift in how you respond to the world around you. Emotional triggers, once capable of pulling you into a storm of reactions, no longer shake you in the same way. When something happens that used to send you into a whirlwind of anger, frustration, or fear, now you simply pause and observe. You've cultivated a sense of inner peace that allows you to see situations from a place of clarity and understanding instead of reacting from a place of emotion. This growth can be unsettling to others, who may notice that you seem calmer or distant. In truth, what's happening is that you've learned to respond rather than react, shifting from emotional chaos to emotional wisdom. This shift allows you to make decisions with a clear mind, free from knee-jerk reactions that once led to regret. Write this down. Peace is my new power. This milestone is often ignored, but it's one of the most powerful transformations you can experience. For many, being alone used to feel uncomfortable, perhaps even lonely. But after your awakening, solitude has become a place of peace, reflection, and clarity. Silence is no longer associated with emptiness. Instead, it feels sacred. In solitude, you find the space to reconnect with your true self, free from distractions and external noise. Being alone doesn't mean avoiding others, it means choosing presence over distractions. You've learned the value of being with yourself and savoring the peace that comes from embracing solitude. This is a sign of deep personal growth, where you no longer need constant external validation or stimulation. Comment, I choose peace, if this resonates with you. Solitude is now your sanctuary, not a void to be filled. Before your awakening, you might have questioned every step, doubted your path, or sought constant signs to confirm your direction. Now, you no longer need those constant reassurances. You feel a deep connection to the universe, and your intuition speaks louder than your fears. This trust isn't blind, it's the wisdom that comes with spiritual maturity. You've surrendered to the flow of life and allowed the universe to guide you. The process of life no longer feels like a puzzle to be solved. You've stopped fighting the current, instead choosing to flow with it, knowing that it will lead you exactly where you need to go. This is spiritual maturity. It's subtle, but it's powerful. This is your spiritual evolution. Trusting the process is a powerful indication that your awakening has reached a deeper level. One of the most freeing aspects of your awakening is the ability to release people, situations, and even your old identity without the need for closure. In the past, you might have clung to the idea that you needed answers, apologies, or explanations in order to move on. But now, you've realized that closure is an illusion. You can forgive without being asked for it, and you can release old, emotional attachments without needing a final word or moment of resolution. Forgiveness comes naturally to you, and you no longer carry the weight of unfinished business. This is a sign that your heart has expanded, and you've made peace with the unknown. You've learned that not everything needs an explanation, and that peace comes from releasing attachment to the need for control. This sign means your heart has expanded. You are no longer weighed down by past events. In your previous state, you might have believed that you had to wait for everything to be perfect before you could experience joy. You waited for peace to arrive before allowing yourself to feel happiness. Now, after your awakening, you've learned to embrace both joy and pain simultaneously. You don't need life to be free from chaos to feel peace. Instead, you can find joy even in the midst of discomfort, grief, or uncertainty. You've transcended the need to chase pleasure and avoid pain. Instead, You've learned that both are part of the human experience, and you can hold space for them both. Whether in moments of celebration or sorrow, you are grounded in your ability to stay present, embracing all emotions without judgment. Most people avoid pain or chase pleasure. You've transcended both. You've learned to exist in the flow of life, accepting it as it comes. Many people are caught in the constant pursuit of self-improvement, feeling as though there is always something to fix. But after your awakening, you've shifted your perspective. Healing is no longer a checklist, nor is it something that must be achieved through struggle. Instead, you've come to accept your humanness as an essential part of your divinity. The inner critic that once told you you weren't enough has quieted down, and in its place, your inner guide, Lisa, leads the way. You no longer feel the need to fix yourself because you've realized that you are already whole. You trust yourself, and that trust allows you to move forward with a sense of peace and acceptance, no longer burdened by the need to prove anything to yourself or others. Comment, "I trust myself." If this feels real to you, you've embraced your divinity and stopped looking for flaws. Your soul mission isn't just a distant concept, it's become part of your daily life. Whether it's sharing your knowledge, creating, teaching, or serving others, you feel drawn to live your purpose in an authentic and natural way. There's no longer a need for external validation, approval, or recognition. You are not driven by the desire to be acknowledged. You are driven by the deep pull toward meaning. This shift is powerful because it means you've moved past the ego-driven goals of the past. You're no longer chasing status or material success. You're aligned with a higher purpose. You feel at peace with your soul's calling, trusting that the universe will continue to guide you as you align with your truth. Write this down. My purpose reveals itself when I align with truth. This is the magic of living your soul's mission. One of the most profound signs of completion in your awakening process is the feeling that the old version of yourself has died. You may no longer recognize the person you were, and you might notice that the people from your past no longer resonate with you. But rather than feeling fear or loss, you feel lighter, clearer, and more yourself than ever before. This rebirth is a beautiful and liberating process. You are no longer defined by your past mistakes, traumas, or identities. You have transcended the old versions of yourself and stepped into a more authentic expression of who you truly are. While others might not understand this shift, that's okay. You no longer seek validation from them because you've come home to yourself. This is your rebirth. Don't fear it. Celebrate it. The old you has made way for the new, and now you are free to create a future that is fully aligned with your true self. These 8 signs are not just markers on your journey. They represent profound shifts that indicate you are truly aligned with your highest self. If you resonate with even a few of these signs, know that your awakening is complete. This is your moment to embrace your full potential and live from a place of inner peace, love, and divine purpose. Now that you've recognized the signs of your completed awakening, it's time to take intentional action and integrate these new shifts into your life. Here are some rituals and steps to move forward with clarity and purpose. Do a completion ritual. A powerful way to honor this transition is through a simple ritual of closure and renewal. Light a candle to symbolize the light of your awakening. Write down 2 things, what I've let go and what I now receive. Burn the list or bury it to symbolize letting go of the old and making space for the new. This marks the closing of one chapter and the welcoming of a new, empowered phase. Reclaim your time and energy. Now that you're awakened, it's time to stop seeking external validation or endless content. Apply the wisdom you've gained and trust your own inner guidance. Remove distractions from your life, whether it's mindless scrolling, unproductive habits, or anything that pulls you out of alignment. Simplify your routine so you can focus on what truly nourishes you. Spend time in nature to ground and recharge your energy, connecting with the Earth's calming frequency. Set a sole intention for the next 7 days. Each morning, ask yourself, what does my higher self need today? Let your intuition be your guide for how you spend your time, who you interact with, and the energy you bring into your day. Protect your space. Your shift may not be understood by everyone around you, and that's okay. Distance yourself from energy-draining people or environments. Protect your peace and honor the fact that you're no longer in the same place you once were. Remember, once you've awakened, there's no going back. You only have the power to choose whether to live fully aligned with your truth or remain halfway asleep. Embrace your journey with faith and confidence. If these 8 signs resonate with you, it's because your awakening has already completed, and your next chapter is ready to unfold. This is the time to recognize that you've moved through the hardest part. Now you stand on the threshold of a new beginning, one that's uniquely yours. It's time to stop dimming your light and start embodying your true self. The process of awakening isn't about fixing something that's broken. It's about embracing the fact that you've outgrown your old self, and the version of you that's stepping forward is much more powerful and aligned with your soul's truth. Comment, I receive this shift, if you feel the truth in these words. Let it be a declaration of your readiness to embrace the next phase of your spiritual journey. And if this message helped you, share it with someone who might not even realize they're in the middle of their own awakening. Many people go through this process feeling alone, but by sharing what you've learned, you may be the light that helps them see they are not alone. May 13 is not just another day, it's the mirror reflecting who you really are. This is your moment to stand tall, empowered and fully aligned with your purpose. You are no longer the person you were before. You are stepping into the full expression of your soul. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Your journey has just begun, and it's time to walk it with confidence and clarity. Embrace the shift. The next phase is waiting for you.